Hey guys, it's 11:30 on a Sunday night. It's about to be Monday tomorrow for me. You guys kind of live in the future? Yeah, in the future. I was trying to think if it was past or future. Anyways, we're gonna just crochet. While I try to crochet, I could tell you guys about what happened with the guy I was dating. The way that did not last long. What is going on here? Anyways, yeah, the guy, I'm gonna just tell you real quick because honestly I feel like focusing on crocheting, he sucked. Here's the thing, I was gonna end it with him, right? Because first off, I'm not physically attracted to him in the slightest. Secondly, I like the way he treats me. I don't like him. Like, he kind of acts like a sixth grader and it's low-key weird. Like, how do I say this? Like, sometimes the way how he's like insecure or the way he acted with certain jokes and stuff just reminded me of a sixth grader. And it like sixth grade me would make that joke, or sixth grade me would have that insecurity. And I know that everyone's on their own timeline or whatever, but it just reminded me of a kid. For him to be 4 years older than me, it reminded me of a kid. Anyways, the guy, like, okay, what happened in the end was he ended up texting me, hey, do you see this relationship regressing? And I was like, no. And then he was like, then why would we get each other Christmas gifts? And why did you see my family? Guys, when I tell you this man brought me to see his family on the second date, I kid you not. We went to some Christmas lights. Mom, dad, sister, sister's husband, met all of them. Now, when I tried to tell this man that when I tried to tell him, I know you're not used to dating, but I met your family too early. It didn't click for him. It just didn't click for him. And it's like, you do you, man. Do it away from me now. But yeah, he just like, guys, I can't multitask. I gotta talk or do this. He just didn't understand the fact that because I met his family 3 times in the span of knowing this man for 3 weeks. Crazy to me, especially with a girl you're dating, not even with. We weren't even together, okay? Anyways, I was talking to him or whatever. And yeah, he complained about his family. Anyways, he's like, why this, why that? And secondly, with the Christmas gifts thing, he got me a gift. Like, he just said he was getting me a gift. And I was like, oh. Like, now I feel like I got to get you a gift. I felt obligated to get that man a gift. Obviously, we didn't trade gifts because this happened on Christmas Eve. I kid you not. This argument, Christmas Eve. Anyways, this man continues to like, he was blabbing about something, and then he's like, and then I forgot. Anyways, he was talking about how like, no, it was me. I legit told him I wanted to have this conversation in person because I don't feel like this is a over the phone thing. Like, have the human decency to say this to my face, right? So I called him a kitty cat, guys. The P word, per se. Yeah, I was like, for you to have this conversation with me over the phone, you're up. And he didn't like that. That's when he started getting a little upset. He's like, some of us are busy with our real jobs, because he's a firefighter, right? Hey, I have a job too. What the are we talking about? Yeah, I'm not a firefighter, but I have a job too. And he was like, yeah, some of us are busy with real jobs and we gotta do this and that. I was like, don't you remember us working around each other's schedule? I work full-time too. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Anyways, don't get me wrong. I ain't making that bank like he was, but I'm still working. Okay, I just got out of high school. Anyways, yeah, at a certain point he called me childish. And I was like, what did you expect dating a female who just got out of high school? Like, I don't know why he was calling me childish. Like, okay, when I called him the B word, I was like, you know what? You're right. That was a bit aggressive of me. I was a little irritated. I even said that to him. I was like, now that might have been childish. I probably shouldn't have, like, went at him like that. But anyways, yeah, he was calling me childish. But I was like, dude, you're dating someone fresh out of high school. Kind of your fault if you ask me. But anyways, yeah, that just ended on a bad note. Because he was big. Like, it was, why did you do this? Why did we do that? I don't understand. Why didn't you just, like, end it? I was trying to after the next time I saw you, but we couldn't see each other because you had work and then I had work. Like, I was going to see you in about 2-3 days. But instead, you wanted to have this conversation over the phone. So this is your fault. Anyways, to me, it's his fault. If you guys have different opinions, do you. But anyways, this man. Guys, I might just have to do this after the video. No, I'll do it after I'm done talking. But yeah, we legit had a whole argument. And this man was low-key being childish, if you ask me. Like, he called me childish. But I think the fact that he started bringing all of that up and complaining, we need to be honest with each other like I wasn't trying to be. It's just like, I don't like the way he reacted in the end. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me really happy that it did end. Like, I was already going to end it. I technically still did, because as soon as I said no is when he snapped. So, anyways, yeah. It's just the way he reacted in the end kind of showed who he was as a person. And I may have played a part with the little aggression there, but I don't think he should have reacted the way he did. And if you think I reacted wrong, I don't blame you. Still think he's in the wrong. Anyways, who cares? Oh, who cares what I think though? Let's start crocheting.
Forget the crocheting, it doesn't happen, but I do completely switch subjects.
No, I do have other things to talk about, like family stuff that I've been complaining about the past few days. My mother not wanting me to be a baker for some reason, and having to pick whether to live with my friend or my dad, the dad who abandoned me. Like, I just started watching this YouTube video and it ain't clicking, that's for sure. So we could just talk about my option to live with my father. So yeah, so with my mother not really liking the fact that I would like to be a baker, it's gotten pretty hard to be in the house. It's just not hard, but like more arguments are just arising, and it's just making me want to leave, right? So I have the option to now live with my father or move out with my friend, or I could stay for another year. My mother's giving me 1 more year and then she's just gonna kick me out, so whatever. When it comes to my father, I don't know that man. I'm not gonna lie, last time I was with him was during the summer of my sophomore year, which was 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. Like, by sophomore year, I mean like freshman year going into sophomore year. So that's like 3 years ago. Over 3 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but when I was living with this man, let me give you a little picture of what it was like. I didn't eat. I just didn't eat that entire summer because I was locking myself in my room. I was avoiding having any conversation, talking to him, even bumping into him on accident. I stayed in my room. Most of the summer, I was drawing, watching YouTube. Drawing, watching YouTube. I just did a bunch of art that summer. I did everything I could to just not exist. That is like just what I did, because I'll give you 2 examples of why I did this. When my dad had a light bulb go out in his house, like it just goes out. Light bulbs do that, guys. They just kind of die on you out of nowhere and you gotta replace them. This man gets upset it died on him and he throws it. He throws it and it smashes everywhere. He gets angry, he gets mad, he starts stomping around, yelling at his now wife, just throwing a tantrum over a light bulb. Okay, that's one instance. In another instance, I started bleeding. I had my period while I was there. We had no pads in the house. I asked my dad, hey, can we get some pads? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. 5-6 hours later, I come back out. Hey, Dad, you remember those pads? Gets an attitude with me. Immediately gets upset at me. I remember your pads. What are we talking about? Why are you rushing me? I just needed pads. I'm the one who was bleeding for 6 hours, and I bleed heavy when I start. Use a bunch of toilet paper. I just wanted pads. Why are you getting mad at me? Anyways, that's a little glimpse for you guys. It's been a few years. He has since said, because I barely see this man. He goes to therapy and he's changed. He's calmer. He's nicer. Hasn't done such a thing since. Anyways, he's offered for me to live with him. And the thing is, he's also in Saudi Arabia. So I would not be allowed to dress the way I usually like to. I show a bit of skin. Now, am I a whore? Depends on your perspective. But I do show a good amount of skin. So, I'm not allowed to do that in that country. The way I dress is a part of who I am, though. Like, I spent years picking up my style, and it makes me feel like this is me. Like, it's a way to express myself. It's an artistic thing for me. And not being able to do that just feels like I'm shutting down a part of myself. And I don't really like that. And the fact that I would just have to wear their little things. It's not, I don't have to wear the headpiece, but I have to cover up completely. And it just sounds so restricting. I don't like the idea of it. Like, I don't even like the sound of it. To think I have to just conceal myself like that. I don't like the idea of that. And I'm not too sure what living with him will be like. Like I said, last time, he said he's going to therapy, guys. Anyways, I have the option to live with him. Which is cool because I'd be able to be in a different country, immersed in a new language, new environment, culture shock, whatever. I actually would love to experience that. I would love to go to a different country, do all that, this, that. But yeah, living with him. Anyways, or I have the option to live with my friend, LILIII. Y'all remember her from the videos? Yep. She's getting an apartment. She's moving out to Missouri. Didn't know people live there. There are so many states that I just forget exist. Missouri is one of them. Bless me. I just know for a fact that weed is legal in Missouri. Why do I know that? No clue. I don't smoke for real. But Missouri, I've never been. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. I'm sorry. I've never been to Missouri. Well, I have. I just said I have. Just like I've never like lived there. I think Missouri's so random. It's where her family is, and it's where she's gonna go to college. Personally, I just don't want to be at my mom's house, if I'm being completely honest. But like, paying bills, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I don't like the idea of that either. I know I'm gonna have to do it eventually, but you know. Anyways, when it comes to Missouri, I would have the freedom I've always wanted to just. Because, like, my mom, she also has, like, a curfew on me, and, which isn't too bad, but she does have a curfew. I have to tell her everywhere I'm going, and honestly, sometimes she just acts like I'm a criminal. She just be acting like I'm a criminal for leaving the house. She told me I was treating the house like it's a hotel because I come and go as I please. No, I'm literally going to work most of the time. I'm literally leaving to go to work. Don't know what you want me to do there, but I do hang out with friends sometimes too now. But sorry for living my life, I guess. Okay, anyways, back to it. Living with Lily would be pretty cool. I would still have my job because I could get transferred over, and their minimum wage is actually higher than Texas. Thank goodness. So pay bump could be there too. I'm just saying. Uh, but yeah, I think living with her would be a great idea. I like the idea of it at least. Oh yeah, the thing with my father is too. I'd be going to college. I'd also be going to college with him for culinary, with like pastry. Oh, because I want to be a pastry chef, so I'd go for pastry arts. But I don't really want to go to school. Like I feel like I've always felt like I should only go to school if it's going to bump my pay. And when it comes to something like cooking and pastries, even though it'd be great to probably go to school and stuff, I feel like experience does a little more, you know? I feel like actually doing it and being immersed in it would be completely different from just getting an education. But I don't know, because maybe their education is exactly that, like being immersed in it. Who knows? I haven't done enough research. I just know when I tried to look up Saudi Arabia, when I tried to look up their schools, nothing was culinary. I was looking up community colleges or like colleges. All of it was like finances, medical, law, international something, international laws. So also law. But like when I looked up their school, there was no fun options. Like I didn't even see like film and production anywhere. It was just like, where are the careers, guys? I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at looking up stuff. But I was looking up stuff near where my father was, to be fair. So, anyways, but yeah. With Lily, if I were to live with Lily, I wouldn't know. Excuse me. If I'd go to like, I'd still go to college. Like, my college gets paid for no matter what I do. Right? Live with my mother, she pays for it. I live with my father, he pays for it. I go with Lily. My mom pays for it again. Like, college is set for me. College, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna be in any student debt. I'm not gonna have loans. Nothing like that. I'm gonna do it and be cool. But yeah, if I still wanted to go to school, I could do it with Lily. I would just be working and paying bills on top of that. I'm still not sure about school. Like, my mother has been pushing for me to make a decision. Like, she says I'm either going to the military or I'm going to college, and she really wants me to go to college to be a dental hygienist. I don't know where that came from. I've never cared about teeth in my life. I brush my teeth the bare minimum. Like, that is it. I brush my teeth. I don't do anything else. Like, what are we talking about? Anyways, yeah, she really wants me to be a dental hygienist. And when it comes to my mother, she's like pushing and pushing and rushing me into something. And then when I do choose something, not good enough for her, so she's trying to push me into something else. It's just like, it's kind of like trying to pick what you want to do with your life and who you want to be, except someone's in your ear and they won't stop talking. That's what it feels like right now. That's why I don't want to be with my mother. I don't feel like hearing the noise. I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want her to be able to influence me at all either, because I've listened to my mother my entire life. Like, I don't get in trouble. I didn't sneak out. I didn't do anything she didn't give me permission to do. I was such a good kid. Dude, I was an athlete too. It was like the only times I was outside of the house was work and my sport. That was the only time I left. And then senior year, I did start hanging out with friends. Senior year, when I didn't have a sport, I started hanging out with friends. But it took until senior year for me to actually like be leaving the house and doing stuff, because my mom really wasn't a big fan of me going out with people she didn't know. Obviously, she needed to know their name, their parents' number, their parents' stuff. Like, even when I was 16, she was like asking for all of that. And I get it's a protection thing, but at a certain point, can you stop interrogating everybody? It's kind of annoying. Just a little. I know it's protective. Like, I get her point of view. It's just like a bit much. Anyways, I have a great mom, guys. I have a great mom. Not complaining. I just don't feel like it. Like, I'm at a point where I just like. She did that with the guy I was dating. Like, I understand. Like, the guy I was dating. I said that, yeah. I understand that you're being protective, but threatening him while I'm, like, at his house, because I was 12 minutes past my curfew. She threatened him, said, I know where you live, and I will pull up to you right now. And then she needed his ID. She interrogated him with a bunch of questions, and I understand she's being protective. Guys, I get her perspective. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. She would complain that I'm always with him and I'm always at his house. I saw that man like twice a week, and it was 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks of us together. What are we talking about? She's like, she pushed me into not wanting to date at all, honestly. Like, I wasn't dating for the longest time. And then I was like, you know what? Why not? He just came out of nowhere. I was like, whatever. Even though, like I said, I wasn't attracted to this man. I was just like, whatever, fine, I'll date. And she just made it difficult. She just made it so difficult. And I was just like I think I low-key stayed with him longer out of spite because of my mother. Like, I stayed with him out of spite. Yeah. My mother made me upset, and I was like, oh, you don't like me being with him all the time? Okay, I'll just keep being with him. Anyways, yeah, don't do that, guys. It's not smart. It doesn't make sense. Also, that makes me sound like a horrible person. Yeah, I just can't deal with my mom right now, guys. So I need to get out of the house, and I need to get out of the house by this summer. It's either going to be with my dad or my friend Lily. I don't know if you could tell by my tone of voice alone that I would rather be with Lily. Low key. I know I'd have to pay bills. I know I have to do this and that. Responsibilities. But, like, I don't know my dad. I don't know how he'll be. And I feel like if I went over there, I'd be killing a part of myself. And then staying here, I feel like staying here will leave me stuck. And I don't want to be stuck. You know? I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but it's how I feel. It's whatever. Also, guys, I don't know if I told you this crocheting thing. Maybe let's not do it at 12 a.m. because it's not doing what I thought it would. I will still be doing this, but probably not on camera, because, guys, the way I just like messed up so. Whatever. You guys have a wonderful day.